हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम बैक टू आवर चैनल। आज हम क्लास 9 इंग्लिश के लेसन 3.3 के क्वेश्चन आंसर्स देखेंगे। तो चलिए बिना देरी किए वीडियो को शुरू करते हैं। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, रीड द पोएम अगेन। डज इट हैव अ यूनिफॉर्म राइम स्कीम थ्रू आउट? राइट डाउन द राइम स्कीम ऑफ एवरी स्टांजा सेपरेटली। Rhyme scheme of the first stanza is A B A A B. Rhyme scheme of the second stanza is also A B A A B. Rhyme scheme of the third stanza is A B A A B. Rhyme scheme of the fourth stanza is again A B A A B. Yes, the poem has a uniform rhyme scheme throughout. All the stanzas follow the same A B A A B pattern. Second question, write the symbols that are used in the poem to represent the following ideas. Choice of two options. Answer, two roads. I made a rare choice. Answer, I took the one less traveled by. Next, equally good options. Answer, as just as fair. Next, it was tempting and needed to be tried. Answer, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Next, some other time. Answer, for another day. Third question, rearrange the following facts in the proper order and fill in the flowchart. First है, the traveler came to a fork in the road. Second, he observed one as far as he could. Third, he chooses the one barely traveled. Fourth, he planned to travel along the previous one some other time. Last is, choosing the lesser used road has made a great difference. Fourth question, think and write in your own words. First है, in which season does a green wood turns to be yellow wood? Which stage in our life can be compared to that season? Answer, in the season of autumn, a green wood turns to a yellow wood as the leaves on the tree turn yellow. This season can be compared to the transition period in our life or the period of adolescence. In this part of life, one has to take some major decisions which influence his or her future. Second question, why did the traveler choose the road less traveled? What attribute of traveler does it bring out? Answer, the traveler chose the less traveled road because he wanted to make a difference. He knew that treading on the road that is traveled more would be like following the way set by others. Hence, he decided to take the commonly used road some other day. This decision reflects the traveler's adventurous and fearless spirit. Next question, why does the traveler doubt that he shall ever come back? Answer, the route that the traveler has decided to travel on is grassy and appears to be not taken by anyone before. He knows that road often branch away or merge into other roads, and the road that he has taken might lead him to another unknown road. Therefore, he doubts that he would ever be able to travel all the way back in order to take the other road. Next question. If you were in the traveler's place, which road would you choose? Justify your choice. Answer. Had I been in place of the traveler, I too would have chosen the less traveled road because I always look for adventure in my life. I know there might be difficulties and troubles down the road, but it would help me experience the various aspects of life. If I choose the frequently trodden path, I would not be able to find anything new. The famous sea explorers were able to find new lands because they accepted the challenge of traveling into seas that had never been sailed before. Fifth question, from any collection of classic poetry or the internet, find another famous poem by Robert Frost titled Stopping by the Woods on the Snowy Evening. Try to understand the symbolism used in that poem in 8 to 10 lines. Use of symbolism in the poem. This poem by Robert Frost portrays an image of a man standing with a horse in the woods. The image of lovely woods covered with snow stands for the beauty of nature. which is in stark contrast to the crowded streets of the city. The poet knows the owner of the woods lives in the village. The horse represents the mind of the poet, who find it odd to stay near the woods. The poet knows that beyond the beauty of nature exists the world of responsibilities. Thus he says that he cannot afford to stay in the woods as he has promises to keep. Sixth question. Write a letter to your friend or cousin telling him her about a difficult choice you have recently made. For example, pursuing one sport or hobby rather than the other, or choosing between your studies or hobbies. Tell your friend cousin how his her example helped you to take a decision. लेटर आप स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हो. Seventh question. Collect quotation on the topic choice. Example. Decision are the hardest thing to make, especially when it is a choice between where you should be and where you want to be. Present the quotation in a beautiful hand on card paper. आंसर फर्स्ट है एवरी चॉइस यू मेक मेक्स यू. सेकंड यू आर फ्री टू चूज बट यू आर नॉट फ्री फ्रॉम द कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस ऑफ योर चॉइस. थर्ड टैलेंट इज अ गिफ्ट बट कैरेक्टर इज अ चॉइस. स्टूडेंट यहाँ हमारे लेसन 3.3 के क्वेश्चन आंसर कंप्लीट हो गए हैं. अगर आपको वीडियो हेल्पफुल लगा हो तो वीडियो को लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब करना न भूलिए. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में.